Okay, welcome everybody to the breakthrough session for today. It is an honor and a pleasure to have the beautiful souls here who are on the call today. And it's going to be around about 90 minutes today. So, the way this is going to work is I will walk you through some exercises to help you to identify whatever the blocks are that are holding you back. And then we will actually, the second part, we will move into the breakthrough sessions and I will work live with people on the call. Now, you need to be aware that this video is going to be put up live on YouTube. So, not live on YouTube, the recording will be put up on YouTube. So, just be aware that if you want to come in and work with me, that this is going to be a public video on YouTube. So long as you're cool with that, then that's fantastic. I'll be looking for volunteers in a little bit to work with me, but I need to make that absolutely clear. So then once we've done some of the breakthrough sessions where I work with people live on the call, then I'll actually run through this exercise at the end that I just love that will help you to release a whole bunch of your crap all at once. So that's a really powerful exercise that I will run you through at the end. So if you can, I invite you to stick around for that. So as I said, it'll be around about 90 minutes, give or take, depending on how many people want to work with me. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to help you to get the breakthroughs that you need. I also want to show you just how powerful coaching can be to get you the breakthroughs that you need, to get you the progress that you want to achieve the goals that you have. So, and I also do have a new program coming up in the next few weeks that I will tell you about a little bit later during the session. So, all right. So now we've got all that out of the way. What I would love you to do is I hope you have a pen and a piece of paper. If you don't have a pen and a piece of paper, then go and grab one now because I'm going to be walking you through some exercises and you will need to write stuff down. So I'll give you a second to grab pen and paper if you don't have one. Even though this is free, this is like a proper coaching session. So, where I want you to really, and I'll get you to set your intention in a minute, but I want you to treat this as if you paid $1,000 for this session, because, and this is a truth that has been proven over and over and over again. People who pay attention. So a lot of people and look, I'm guilty of it. I download free stuff and go, oh, that looks really cool. And it's still sitting on my computer from 10 years ago. Never damn well opened it, did I? That's what we do with free stuff. And I do not want you to miss this opportunity. So now that you have a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to think about your future vision for your life. Suspend all disbelief, remove all limits and caveats, and write down, even if you've done this before, I want you to write down right now that your vision for your future, what you want your future to look like. What's the life that you want to be living? Get really, really clear on that. See, the thing is, the more you write this out, the clearer it will become, the more you are sending this message to the universe. This is the future that I am creating and we are creating together, because you are co-creating with the universe. So while you're doing that, while you're writing out the vision, I'm just going to chatter on it a bit in the background. Because if you had a business partner, how often do you think you would meet with your business partner to discuss how things are going, what problems and challenges you're facing, the vision for the future of the partnership, of the company or the business or whatever the project is, what kind of progress you're making, how's that progress going? How often would you meet with that partner? And how much transparency would you have with that partner as you discussed these issues for the business or the project? You do that a lot, wouldn't you? And yet we're partnering with the universe in this co-creative experience. How often do we sit down with the universe and say, hey, universe, checking in. This is where we're at in our partnership. How do you think it's going? What do we need to do? It's like, this is a partnership. Treat it like a partnership. So I'll shut up for a minute now and let you write out your goals. Naomi wants to live in her dream home back in the UK. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Naomi. Well, time to get the breakthrough you need to make that a reality. Okay, so now that you've articulated your vision for the future, and one more thing about partnering with the universe, the beauty is that the universe is like your magical unicorn. The universe is like your magic lamp, the genie out of the magic lamp, where you get to ask the universe that knows everything, hey universe, how do you think we're going? Hey, universe, we've got these issues that we're trying to solve. Help me find the solution and the problem. And the universe will guide you in the right direction and give you what you need to solve those problems. And it's like the best partner in life, in business, in your health, in anything that you could possibly have. The problem is, most of us aren't listening to it. So, we're not asking it the right questions. So, yeah, this is serious stuff, people. Okay, so now the second thing I want you to do is set your intention for today. You have honored yourself to be here on this call. What do you want to get out of this call, out of this coaching call? What breakthrough do you want to have? What do you want to let go? If I were to give you an opportunity to be a different person by the end of this call, as in you have left behind fears, doubts, blocks, limiting beliefs, stories that are keeping you stuck, who do you want to become in the next 90 minutes? Transformation can happen that fast, but you need to set your intention. Your intention is like the seed to your future. So plant the seed now. Set your intention, write your intention down. Now, you don't necessarily have to work with me to achieve that. Let me just say that. Like, it's an opportunity to be able to work with me, but I understand. And for anybody who arrived in the last few minutes, that this is going to be recorded and it is going to be up on YouTube. So you need to be aware of that, that if you're going to be working with me. Now, if you still want to work with me, but um, you don't want to be visible, then it's easier for me to work with you if you're on camera. But if you want to change your name and turn your camera off, then we can do it that way. And I will honor that because I understand that sometimes these things can be, it's hard being vulnerable with somebody at any time, let alone when it's going to be in the public domain. I get it. So set your intention. Okay, close your eyes. Cool. Okay, close your eyes. Deep breath. What I'm going to do is walk you through an exercise now to help you uncover those blocks that are stopping you from making significant progress toward these goals and dreams that you have, okay? So, as you take another deep breath and release it, letting go of all distractions, all stresses, anything that's hooked your brain, any worries about the day, yesterday, tomorrow, let them all go. The only moment that matters is this one right here, right now. Keep breathing deeply. And as you breathe out, being fully present, calming the central nervous system. Notice any tension anywhere in your body. Just release it. Let it go. Just imagine it just melting away. Another deep breath. And connecting in with Source, Spirit, God, the universe, the divine, Mother, whatever your term is for that, higher power, the Creator, all that is. Connecting in with your higher self. Inviting your higher self to drop in to this present moment to guide you and assist you. We thank you, Spirit, the Creator, Divine Source, God, for assisting us in uncovering what our blocks are today and helping to release them so we can be fully present in our work, in our mission, living our passion and doing the work that we were created and that we came to this planet to do at this time. We thank you for your presence in all things, and we know that everything is perfect. So now connecting in with your higher self, your higher consciousness. And you're going to have a conversation. You're going to ask your higher consciousness questions. And then you will sit and wait for your higher self, your consciousness, to answer those questions. So the first question is, what's slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from achieving my vision for my future? As soon as you get an answer, write it down. Get multiple answers all at once, just keep writing. The more you write, the more awareness you realize, the bigger the breakthrough. This is an important part of this process today. What's slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from realizing my goals, from living the life of my dreams, from making my dreams a reality? Higher consciousness, what's slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from realizing the life of my dreams? Higher consciousness, what else is slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from realizing my vision for my future? Just keep writing. It doesn't matter how inane or insane the answer might be, just write it down. Even if you don't understand it, write it down. Higher self, what else is slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from realizing my dreams? If you get stuck, just sit with the question. Don't reach for the answer. Just wait for your consciousness to respond. There's a reason we do this over and over and over. Because the gold is hidden, buried deep. The more you dig, the closer you get to the gold, to the breakthrough, to the aha, to that realization that's like, holy shit. So higher consciousness, what else is slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from achieving my goals? Higher self, what else is slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from achieving my goals? Okay, once more, and then we'll move on to the next question. Higher consciousness. What's really slowing me down, standing in the way, and stopping me from achieving my goals? If there was one thing that I need to know to accelerate my progress, to step into my power, what is it that I need to know and let go of? Okay. Next question. Ask your higher consciousness, what am I really afraid of? Most of what holds us back is fear. There's also lack of self-worth, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-belief, lack of self-love. I'm not safe. I'm not good enough. Fear is one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one. What am I most afraid of? Get as specific as you can. I'm afraid of my mother judging and criticizing me. I'm afraid of my peers mocking me. I'm afraid it won't work out and I'll feel like an idiot. If you come up with something like I'm afraid to fail, why are you afraid to fail? What are you avoiding? What am I really afraid of? Write down as much as you can. What am I most afraid of? What else am I really afraid of? What's my biggest fear that's holding me back? Okay, next question. And I want to give you some context in relation to this. The reason, by the way, I sit here with my eyes closed because I'm holding space for the group. And even if you're listening to this as a recording, I'm still holding space for you to be able to get the biggest breakthroughs that you need. So, sorry, it was my dog. Um, whatever wherever you're stuck, whatever's holding you back, and if you're not making the progress that you want, getting the results that you want, achieving your goals, then there is a perceived downside to you realizing your vision, your goal, your dream. So it's like your subconscious will work with you to keep you safe according to the beliefs that you have. So if you believe that it's not safe to succeed for whatever reason, then your subconscious will find ways to sabotage you, to distract you, to take you off course, to put robot blocks in your way. So you don't go there because the subconscious perceives that it's not safe. And there's an inbuilt fear within you, maybe, and most often it's because of our early years and what we were exposed to in our environment. It could be that you were exposed to information, indoctrination. The beliefs of your parents are generally adopted by you through not just what they say, but what they do and what you observe as a child, your direct experiences that you had as a child are obviously very influential in informing your beliefs. So when I ask the question, what's your perceived downside? The reason I'm explaining this in such detail is because people go, well, I want to be a multimillionaire. What's the downside? I get it. It doesn't seem like there's any downside. But if you're not making the progress, and it's not just, I haven't achieved my goal yet, that's okay. You're not dead yet either. It's all good. But if you're not making the progress, then there is a perceived downside. So the question is, what is the perceived downside to achieving my vision or my goal? So I'm going to close my eyes and I want you to do the same. Close your eyes. What is the perceived downside to achieving my goal? What is the perceived downside to achieving your goal? Okay, next question. It is very similar, but it will yield different answers. What is the perceived upside of staying where you are? So you're choosing in favor of your comfort zone. Why would that be? Why would you be choosing to stay where you are? Again, you could be going, there is no upside to staying where I am. What do you mean? It sucks where I am. Well, your subconscious has decided that it is safer to stay where you are than it is to achieve your vision or your goal. Remember, your subconscious is programmed to do two things: to prove you right and keep you safe. So, whatever beliefs you have adopted in your subconscious, your reticular activating system is only going to allow information through that is in alignment with your beliefs. So, whatever it is that you believe, and this is why we can see in the world with all the information we have available to us, why there is such a diverse amount of opinions on just one subject, because we have a bias and we will allow in information that confirms our bias. We will dismiss information, no matter how compelling, that is contradictory to our bias. Once you're aware of that, just saying, it changes everything. You start to see the world in a whole different way. So, what is the upside of staying where you are? Just write down whatever comes up. Okay, one final question. I love this question. I got this when I was on a mastermind trip with a group of very, very successful and wealthy individuals. And the question is, what am I pretending not to know? So you have access to all the information that exists, universal source, universal intelligence. All the information that exists is on the internet. It's in books, it's on blogs, it's in courses, it's out there somewhere. So if you need to be exposed to that information, you need to be open to that information. But a lot of the time, it's like people say, well, I don't know how. Sorry, bullshit. Part of you does know how. At least a part of you knows how to take the next step. So all you need to do is take the next most logical step. Forget the how. Just think about, with what I know now, because we don't know what we don't know, what is the next most logical step that is going to help me to make the most progress? That's all you need to know right now. So this whole thing of, but I don't know how, it's just an excuse, man. Don't use that excuse anymore, because you now know that it's just an excuse. It is not a valid reason. So what am I pretending not to know? I'll give you about a minute to answer that question. Okay, taking a deep breath. I want you to get up. And I just want you to shake out any energy, any stuck energy. Just shake it out. Oh, deep breath. Oh, shake it out. Okay. Now, the beauty of those exercises, they in and of themselves are absolutely priceless. They are powerful. Those awarenesses or new awarenesses that you have are the key to your big breakthrough. Okay. So I'm going to ask anybody who wants to volunteer in a minute to share with me, and then we can work on some stuff around this. Now, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to get to work with you on everything that you've written out today, but there's two beautiful things about doing this exercise, these exercises, is that now you have awarenesses that you didn't have before, and they are golden because you have the tools and the capacity to be able to go away and use these tools to work on that stuff yourself. And also at the end, I'm going to do this sort of really big process. Well, it's not a big process, but it's a powerful process that will help to release some of the stuff that we don't get to work on in the individual coaching sessions that I'm going to do today. So, we have a few people on the call today. Who wants to be brave and jump in and either share and or work with me? So you don't have to work with me. I get that it can be a bit confronting, but
Yes,
beautiful.
I
Gloria.
definitely want to work with you. Yeah.
Hey, fantastic. How you doing, beautiful?
Great, great.
Awesome. Okay, so what came up for you during those exercises that you want to work on today?
Let's see. What I want to work on. Oh gosh, and there's just so much. Um,
What do you
I
feel
guess
is the
what I
most
want to
pressing thing?
the most pressing thing is let's see. Okay, we talked about my perceived downside of getting what I want. And let's see.
Take your time. It's okay.
Okay. Um, I think what's keeping me from achieving my vision for the future is not listening to my instincts for one thing.
Mhm.
Like maybe not attending a particular event that my instinct told me would be really beneficial for me. Um, or turning down an opportunity to make money because I'm just feeling too fatigued, tired, or anxious. Yeah. In fact, I think that just having this session with you uh was a really perfect example of me, just going for what I wanted. Because actually I didn't find out about this until like maybe 5 minutes before.
Okay, you saw
Yeah.
it. You are meant to be here. That is cool because there are thousands
Yeah.
of other people who received that video and they're not here. That email and they're
Right.
not here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
what do you think is behind you not trusting yourself, not trusting your intuition, that divine guidance, and turning down opportunities that could be very lucrative for you? What is behind that thing that's just putting the brakes on?
um I think, just fear more than anything else. Like I'm looking at the things that I'm most afraid of. And one of the things that I'm afraid of is letting people down,
Mm-hmm.
like when I become more famous
Mm-hmm.
and, when I'm looked at as an expert in my field.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm afraid of being seen as an imposter. and not being as great as people are expecting.
Okay, this is good stuff. All right. And not uncommon, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine.
So, when do you think this fear of letting people down came up for you? When do you think that started? What is your earliest memory of this fear of letting people down?
Oh boy. Uh Gosh, probably when I was a child, maybe when I was around, 6 or 7, when
Yeah.
I entered grade school or elementary school. Because I'm also autistic, which was something that uh I was diagnosed in 2019, so that really wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
And I just got used to people not thinking that I had that much going for me,
Okay.
or people just thinking that I was weird and that I wasn't smart.
Welcome to the world of weird, honey. You're in the right place. You're in the world of weird. We're all woo woo weird here. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, how did that feel when you got this diagnosis that you were autistic?
I just felt this freedom. I
Yeah.
felt like this weight fell off my shoulders because it was like I finally understood who I was,
Mm.
and I understood why I'm the way that I am, and I, also for the first time understood that just because I'm, weird or different, that's not a bad thing.
Yes.
My brain processes information differently from people who are considered neurotypicals, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I just finally had to realize that.
Okay. All right. Okay. And I mean, if you look at some of the most successful people in the world, like Steve Jobs, and
Mm.
there's numerous examples of people that a lot of them tended to be neurodivergent in some way.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the
Yes.
spectrum, whether it be Asperger's or autism or something like that. So your brains
Mm-hmm.
do work very differently. And just because you don't fit into everybody else's mold of normal, that's actually could be a good thing. Yes, it posts specific challenges for you, but there are ways around that. So, yeah, okay. All right. So, just closing your eyes for a moment and just ask your subconscious if there was one thing that you could work on today that would help you to have a huge shift, what would that be?
I think it would be having the confidence to go forward and to pursue my dreams
Okay.
without hesitation.
I love that. All right. Okay. Super cool. So, what I've written down is letting people down, disappointing people, imposter syndrome. I have to get it right. I can't stuff it up. Um, Embracing your weird, your differences, and accepting yourself as you are, and having confidence in yourself.
Yes.
So, when you think of letting people down, disappointing people, and feeling like an imposter, how intense is that on a scale of 0 to 10?
Oh boy. Probably an 8, maybe a 7 or an 8, something
Okay.
like that.
All right.
Yes.
Start by tapping on the side of the hand with me. Even though I have this intense fear of letting people down. Just repeat after me.
Even though I have this intense fear of letting people down,
I deeply and completely love and accept all of me.
I deeply and completely love and accept all of me,
even though I'm afraid to disappoint people
even though I'm afraid to disappoint people
and I'm afraid to disappoint myself.
and I'm afraid to disappoint myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept how I feel.
I deeply and completely love and accept how I feel.
Even though I'm afraid of letting people down
Even though I'm afraid of letting people down
and disappointing people,
and disappointing people,
I choose to love, honor, and accept
I choose to love, honor, and accept
who I am and how I feel right now.
who I am and how I feel right now.
Okay, tapping through the points inside of the eye. This fear of disappointing people,
This fear of disappointing people,
this fear of letting others down,
this fear of letting others down,
this fear of not meeting their expectations,
this fear of not meeting their expectations,
this fear of feeling the disappointment,
this fear of feeling the disappointment,
all the disappointment,
all the disappointment,
letting people down.
letting people down.
I just don't want to be that person.
I just don't want to be that person.
I hate the thought of letting people down.
I hate the thought of letting people down.
I hate the thought of people feeling disappointed.
I hate the thought of people feeling disappointed.
I don't want to be that person.
I don't want to be that person.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of letting others down.
this fear of letting others down.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of disappointing others.
this fear of disappointing others.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of letting myself down.
this fear of letting myself down.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being seen as an imposter.
this fear of being seen as an imposter.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being the source of disappointment for others.
this fear of being the source of disappointment for others.
I just want to be people's joy.
I just want to be people's joy.
I want to cause people to feel joyful.
I want to cause people to feel joyful.
I want to cause people to feel happy.
I want to cause people to feel happy.
I want to be their source of joy and happiness.
I want to be their source of joy and happiness.
And if I go all in on my dreams
And if I go all in on my dreams
and it doesn't work out,
and it doesn't work out,
what if they're disappointed in me?
what if they're disappointed in me?
Or what if I disappoint them in some way?
Or what if I disappoint them in some way?
If I go all in on my dreams,
If I go all in on my dreams,
if I trust my intuition,
if I trust my intuition,
if I take those opportunities,
if I take those opportunities,
then I risk failure
then I risk failure
and I risk disappointing others
and I risk disappointing others
and I risk letting others down
and I risk letting others down
and I risk letting myself down.
and I risk letting myself down.
The flip side is
The flip side is
that if I don't go all in on my dreams,
that if I don't go all in on my dreams,
then I risk letting myself down
then I risk letting myself down
and I risk letting others down
and I risk letting others down
and I risk not realizing my full potential.
and I risk not realizing my full potential.
Because my vision, when I realize it,
Because my vision, when I realize it,
will be the source of joy and happiness for so many people,
will be the source of joy and happiness for so many people,
including me.
including me.
So not going all in on my dreams
So not going all in on my dreams
means I will never be able to be that source of joy for others.
means I will never be able to be that source of joy for others.
And that's not acceptable.
And that's not acceptable.
Going all in means I risk failure.
Going all in means I risk failure.
That's inevitable.
That's inevitable.
And I choose to be okay with that
And I choose to be okay with that
because the alternative is unacceptable.
because the alternative is unacceptable.
And even though I feel like a fraud,
And even though I feel like a fraud,
I choose to go all in anyway
I choose to go all in anyway
because I will learn what I need to learn along the way.
because I will learn what I need to learn along the way.
I don't know it all.
I don't know it all.
Nobody knows it all.
Nobody knows it all.
I've got a lot of learning to do.
I've got a lot of learning to do.
So I choose to stay humble.
So I choose to stay humble.
I choose to embrace the learning.
I choose to embrace the learning.
I choose to embrace the failure.
I choose to embrace the failure.
I choose to thrive on the challenges.
I choose to thrive on the challenges.
And I choose to rise to every challenge that meets me.
And I choose to rise to every challenge that meets me.
Because I know because I know I'm bigger than any challenge I will ever face.
Because I know I'm bigger than any challenge I will ever face.
So I choose to trust my intuition.
So I choose to trust my intuition.
I choose to go for those opportunities.
I choose to go for those opportunities.
I choose to embrace the adventure.
I choose to embrace the adventure.
I choose to fall in love with the journey.
I choose to fall in love with the journey.
I choose to know that I will fall.
I choose to know that I will fall.
But failure is not a terminal illness.
But failure is not a terminal illness.
So I choose to back myself all the way.
So I choose to back myself all the way.
I choose to know I've got this.
I choose to know I've got this.
I choose to know I am capable of achieving these visions.
I choose to know I'm capable of achieving these visions.
And I choose to go all in.
And I choose to go all in.
Okay, deep breath. So what was coming up for you while we were doing that tapping?
Oh boy. What was coming up was, I saw myself teaching some classes, like on shame and on neurodiversity, on consent,
Yeah.
just so many of these things, and also teaching classes on just various trivia because
Yep.
I love trivia.
Cool.
And and just seeing people enjoying taking my classes.
How liberating does that feel for you right now that you're opening up to those visions?
Oh, extremely,
Yeah.
extremely liberating.
Awesome. Can you see? I want you to see the difference that you stepping into that is going to make to others, how liberating it will be for them.
Yes, yes,
Can you feel that?
yes, yes. I really can.
So, your job from this point forward is to make that your dominant intention.
Mm,
Because there will be challenges, there will be setbacks, there will be fears that come up. All of
yeah.
it. It's freaking ugly, man, this process of achieving our goals. It just
Yes.
is.
Mm,
So you need to now make your dominant intention
mm-hmm.
to hold that vision no matter what. No matter what comes up, no matter
Mm,
how hard it seems, no matter the doubts that come up, you hold that vision and that intention as your dominant driving force no matter what.
mm.
And those days where you just feel like, you know what, it's all too hard, I just can't do it today. I want you to make a promise to yourself to just do one thing.
Mm.
Just one thing. Doesn't have to be
All right.
big. Just one thing that could turn the needle a little bit and leave it at that on those days that it's just all too hard. Just do one thing. But make progress every single day. Make that commitment to yourself. Can you do that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
I'm
So,
writing this down.
yes, absolutely. So we're going to do just another tapping because I think this will help everybody on a couple of things, other things that I've written down here. So just starting by tapping on the inside of the eye. You're right. You want to keep writing? Keep writing. It's okay. I'll give you a minute.
All right.
Okay. Start with the inside of the eye. I choose to be okay with my weirdness.
Choose to be okay with my weirdness.
I choose to be okay being different.
I choose to be okay being different.
I choose to embrace the weird parts of me.
I choose to embrace the weird parts of me.
I choose to celebrate the ways that I'm different to others.
I choose to celebrate the ways I'm different to others.
I choose to celebrate the gifts in my weirdness.
I choose to celebrate the gifts in my weirdness.
I accept them and I love all of this weirdness
I accept them and I love all of this weirdness
because they're a part of who I am.
because they're a part of who I am.
I love the weird parts of me.
I love the weird parts of me.
I love they're a part of my destiny.
I love they're a part of my destiny.
I choose to have confidence in myself.
I choose to have confidence in myself.
Even when all the doubts come up,
Even when all the doubts come up.
I choose to just take the next most logical step
I choose to take the next most logical step
and trust and have faith
and trust and have faith
that it's all going to work out.
that it's all going to work out.
I choose to have confidence in myself.
I choose to have confidence in myself.
I choose to have confidence in my ability.
I choose to have confidence in my ability.
Even when I'm feeling uncertain,
Even when I'm feeling uncertain,
I choose to know I can figure it out.
I choose to know I can figure it out.
Even when I'm feeling lost and confused,
Even when I'm feeling lost and confused,
I have confidence that I can find the answer that I need.
I have confidence that I can find the answer that I need.
I know it's going to be uncomfortable.
I know it's going to be uncomfortable.
I know that I have a lot to learn,
I know that I have a lot to learn,
but I choose to have confidence I can learn anything I need to learn.
but I choose to have confidence I can learn anything I need to learn.
I choose to have confidence I can develop any skill.
I choose to have confidence I can develop any skill.
I choose to have confidence I can achieve any goal.
I choose to have confidence I can achieve any goal.
It may take longer than I want,
It may take longer than I want,
but as long as I stay in the game,
but as long as I stay in the game,
my success is inevitable.
my success is inevitable.
Even when it all looks like it's falling apart,
Even when it all looks like it's falling apart,
I choose to stay focused on my vision
I choose to stay focused on my vision
and know that it will all come together eventually.
and know that it will all come together eventually.
So I choose to have absolute confidence in myself and my ability
So I choose to have absolute confidence in myself and my ability
to achieve my vision and my goals.
to achieve my vision and my goals.
Okay, deep breath. Okay, so I want you to go back to I'm afraid of letting people down and disappointing people. How intense is that for you now out of a scale from 0 to 10?
Maybe one.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. Super cool. Thank you very much for being brave and coming into play. It's being an honor and a pleasure. Is there any question that you have at this point before I move on to somebody else?
How soon is the video coming out? Because I think it would be important for me to
To revisit it?
do
Yeah.
this. Yes, yes.
Well, as soon as we wrap it up today, I'm just going to upload it straight to YouTube. So it'll probably take about 90 minutes. So probably within about an hour and a half of this finishing today.
All
So,
right.
and I'll send an email out with the link as soon as it's live. Yeah.
Great, great, wonderful. All
Cool.
right. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
You're welcome.
All
Thank you for
right.
coming to play.
All right.
Okay. Beautiful Gloria. Awesome. Okay. So, who else wants to be brave and come in and have a crack and work with me? Madonna. Hello, Madonna. Come in, beautiful. So good to see your beautiful smiling face.
Hello, and thank you, Gloria. Um, wow, that was enlightening.
Hey,
When
cool. So, what did
Yeah.
you discover, beautiful lady?
Oh, I am totally afraid to use my power. Totally afraid to use my power.
Mm,
I've put myself in a homeless shelter so I can be here and be safe.
mm,
Don't have to use my powers. I've got shelter, I've got food. I don't have to do anything.
mm,
Zero.
mm.
And I went on this course and I did what you said, and I love that just do one thing.
Yeah.
Just do one thing is so powerful. But when I did this course, as soon as I walked in, I saw this guy totally intimidated by me. So I just wanted to relax him, and and we had to share why we're there and blah blah blah. And then I looked at him and I went, so brave of you to come here, and
Mm,
he's the only boy with all the, well, that did not relieve his fear of my power. That just made it worse.
oh.
And so that was one day, and then the next day he had the opportunity to speak first, and he spoke for about 15 minutes. And then it was my turn. And after 5 minutes, he shut me down and then got the others in the group to all look at him and got the others in the group to sympathize with his plight. So he spoke for 15 minutes
Mm,
without any interruption. I spoke for 5.
mm,
Bang.
mm,
And I looked at this, but what got me was the other people following,
mm.
bowing down to him. And then he totally changed the whole energy in the room.
Wow.
He had 3 more outbreaks. One of them I was going to leave the room, but I went to the toilet and I went, just sit with this, Madonna. What's triggering you in here? Why do you want to run away? And then I came back to the room and I sat in the room till 30 minutes before it's supposed to end, and I could not take any more. And I realized it actually wasn't him. It was the other people who believed him.
Mm,
None of them stuck up for me.
mm.
None of them supported me. So I looked at that and I went, if you show up in your power, no one's going to support you. No family, no friends, no one.
Mm,
And I went and I related to Jesus.
mm,
Caesar took Jesus to the people and said, he has done nothing wrong. And they said, no, crucify him.
mm,
It was his family and friends, his nation, that crucified him.
mm.
It wasn't the person in charge. And they only crucified him because of his power. Not that I'm trying to say I'm Jesus.
I know. Yeah, but
But
it's a good
I have
analogy.
that power. I
Mm,
I know my power. And then
mm,
he's on the cross going, forgive them for they know not what they do.
yeah.
And I don't want to be crucified. And if I don't step into my power, I won't be crucified. I'm playing it absolutely safe. Be broke, have people's sympathy, because that's what this bloke did. He got their sympathy and he got them to follow. And so I want them to follow me and get them sympathized towards me rather than me show my power and then they all attack me. Is that just insane?
Well, it sounds insane, but it's actually very common for most of us who are here and living through a very dark time that humanity has been through for thousands of years. Um, and we look at history, and those who dared to stand out were crucified in one way, shape, or form. They were
Yep.
vilified, persecuted, and sometimes in horrific ways. So we tend to hunker down. And I know even Mark Bouros, who is a big, for those who don't know, Mark Bouros, he's a very successful Australian entrepreneur. And I heard him on a podcast years ago, and I was quite shocked to hear him say that, particularly in Australia, because I mean, the United States is a very entrepreneurial kind of nation, and you celebrate, largely, you will celebrate the success of others. Australia is a very different culture.
I was a
And
legend when I was in America.
yeah,
I was a legend.
yeah, it's very different in America. And even Mark Bouros said, he said, if you want to be successful in Australia, keep your head down. Just keep your head down and work and get the job done, because people will just want to chop your head off. And it is a strange part of Australian culture. But we just, there's this thing that, and it's evident in every culture. I'm not saying it's not evident everywhere, but it tends to be a very dominant part of our culture. And there's reasons for that I'm not going to go into. Part of our history, convict nation, all that stuff.
I get that, but my power, I know
Mm,
my power is powerful.
mm,
I
absolutely.
know, I know,
Mm,
I know I can achieve. I know I can walk into a room and change the dynamics of the room.
yeah, yeah.
But if I offend someone, I can't stay there
Mm,
because of my power. Not
mm.
not for anything, because of my power.
You got a leaky bucket.
Totally leaky bucket. Totally.
So you're
Totally.
leaking power all over the place. I can feel it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, close your eyes. And just drop into the field of knowing. Everybody follow along, by the way. Drop into the ultimate field of knowing. The ultimate field of love, the ultimate field of protection, the ultimate field of source. Just drop into that space. Feel how safe it is. It's like this big bubble of light that you're sitting in right now. Fully protected, fully safe. I want you to visualize anywhere that your power is leaking. So any cracks that you can perceive in the bubble where your power is leaking out. And just sit with that knowing right now as you witness where your power is escaping. You don't need to know why these cracks are there. They could be a part of your history from your current life. They could be a part of your history from previous lives. Just recognize and acknowledge that those cracks are there. The hits that you've taken in mentally, emotionally, physically. And invite spirit in. And work with spirit, source, the creator, to completely heal and fix those cracks. Now that you're aware of them, focus on them and see them actually completely be repaired instantly. So that shield, that bubble of light, is whole and complete. You can't even see where the cracks were anymore. And now your power is fully contained. Be present to that power. Acknowledge that power. Fully integrate that knowing of the power that you have as a conscious co-creator of your life, of the influence that you have on others. As you start to realize the extent of this power, it's daunting. It's daunting to feel and know that you have been trusted with this much power. Just sit with that. Feel humble in the presence of this power, because this power is gifted by Source, by the divine, by Spirit, by the Creator, by God. Decide that as you partner with Spirit in this journey, that you will be guided to wield this power in a way that is responsible, with compassion. You command your space, and you command the spaces that you inhabit in a way that is kind and compassionate and loving and respectful and understanding. Invite Spirit into this container with you. And now everywhere you go, you know that you walk in the presence of Spirit. You walk with Spirit in your power. There are those who will be comfortable in your presence and those who will be uncomfortable in your presence. It's all okay. Just smile. Those who are uncomfortable, those who seek to diminish you in any way because they're not comfortable in your presence, just smile. Recognize that is a result of their perceived weakness. There may even be those who attack you along the way. Just smile. Know that is their misunderstanding, that they fail to see this power that is within them as well. You never have to shut your power down. You never have to hide. Just be. Allow. And know that whatever unfolds is perfect in every situation. Just be. Don't make any judgments about it. Just know that your very presence is shifting energy. It's touching people in ways that you don't understand. It's impacting people in ways that you will probably never know. Just be. It's all perfect. It's always perfect. And whatever your perception about a situation, it's just a perception. Just know that it's all perfect. Even those who seek to diminish you or even attack you know that you have touched them in ways that you cannot possibly understand. You have potentially impacted them in ways and their future in ways that you may never realize. Just be. Even those situations where you feel uncomfortable. Just be. Because your presence is shifting the dynamic. Your presence is shifting the energy. And some people may not be ready for that. And that's okay. Taking a deep breath. Bringing yourself back into this present moment. So when you look back on that experience, what do you see now that you didn't see before?
That I withdrew, and I I I then still tried to stay in my power, and but the triggering is so I wasn't even caring about him.
Mm.
It was the other people who kept diminishing their power to go with him.
What if that's perfect for them at the time?
And I didn't accept that. I thought that was a loss for them. And with me feeling for them and a loss for them, that's the leak in me that I couldn't hold my power. And so each time he felt he was losing that, he'd do his little rant thing, just bullying, and I didn't, so I was more in my power than I've ever been, but I couldn't stop the leakage. I couldn't fully be in the power. And so it got to, I looked at the time and went, only 30 minutes to go. I'm not going to be in this any longer. And I just left. And I just said, I have to go. And so it was so incredible to then acknowledge that I tried to stay in my power, and I did, but there was the leakage. So, and the leakage is feeling for other people when they have their own journey. Let them be. I can't fix them. I can't
No,
fix everybody.
it's not your job.
And of course, that's been part of my problem all of my life, is to be the fixer. To be the fixer, especially when I know I have this power.
Mm.
But of course, when I'm not in that power properly, I'm not doing anything. I'm just adding to the chaos in the room. I'm not being. So my being fully present is the most powerful I can be, but because I'm scared to be that power and I'll get crucified, that's what stops me. My people, my friends, my
So
associates.
we can tap on that fear of being crucified,
Yes.
but just recognize that your mere presence in a situation, it's like an invitation. You are
Yes.
sending out this invitation to say that for those who are ready, that you can be a catalyst for change, because as somebody who does have this power inside of them, and we all have power inside of us that we have not recognized or acknowledged, but we are the catalyst for change in whatever way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
And
but I have to stay in there to do it. I have to stay in there.
well,
I let it leak. I let it leak.
yeah,
So
and it's a fine balance, and it's
yes,
a journey, because sometimes we get into environments where we need to honor ourselves, and we need to remove ourselves from those environments to honor
and
ourselves.
yeah. So instead of going to the toilet, I should have just left. I the first time, but I wouldn't have been able to see what I was afraid of,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
was afraid of these ladies crucifying me, which they did in them following him.
Yep.
They believed his lie, just
Mm,
like me getting 100%. The girl at the top of the class had the whole class and the teacher follow her for more than a week.
mm,
They totally did not speak to me. They wouldn't let me play their games. They wouldn't. She, the teacher told them to punish me.
mm,
They crucified me.
mm. And that's very
10 years old.
difficult, particularly as a child. That's just
T-
very difficult.
So I was trying to still stay in the room, but uh, I didn't know what to do. I had no wisdom to know what to say, what to do. And because I leaked yesterday, I didn't have enough wisdom to stay present. If I'd have just stayed present, it would
Mm,
have changed. I totally see what I do now, but I have to stay in it. I
mm,
can get in it, but I have to stay in it.
mm,
And now it's not just staying in it, it's stopping those leaks
mm,
to these people I love. These ladies, oh, they're just beautiful.
mm.
They were just so beautiful. But
And it's acknowledging that people will be ready when they're ready. And
yep,
when you are a catalyst for change, um, life can be really challenging,
yep,
because
yep,
you rub people up the wrong way, and a lot of people won't
yep,
understand why you rub them up the wrong way.
yep,
They will kick back, because it's like, I don't
yep,
like your energy, and I don't want you in my space, and
yep. I
and
don't, I don't, I don't even have to say or do anything.
no,
I just walk into a room,
yeah,
and there'll be 5 people in that room who just hate me just because I've stepped into that room.
exactly,
I got it.
because they perceive
Yeah,
your energy, and your
yeah,
energy is perceived
yeah.
as a threat.
And of course, what I'm scared of is their influence on the rest of the people there. That's that's the crucifixion. That's the me being put on a cross, humiliated and taunted and thrown rocks at, and a crown of thorn on my head, and I just not knowing what to do.
Mm.
So before now, I didn't know what to do.
So just tap with me. Even though I'm afraid of being persecuted,
even though I'm afraid of being persecuted,
ostracized,
ostracized,
vilified.
vilified.
I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
love and accept all of me.
love and accept all of me,
Even though I'm afraid of the others turning on me,
even though I'm afraid of the others turning on me.
I deeply and completely love and accept all of me.
Ugh. Oh my God.
That's a good release.
Yes, I completely
Love
love
and
and
accept
accept all
all
of
of
me.
me.
Oh my God.
Even though I hide
Even though I hide
because I'm afraid of the persecution of others,
because I'm afraid of the persecution of others.
and
Oh,
I'm afraid of them turning on me,
and I'm afraid of them turning on me.
I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
love and accept all of me right now.
love and accept all of me right now.
Okay, tapping through the points. What if they turn on me?
What if they turn on me?
What if they ostracize me?
What if they ostracize me?
What if they persecute me?
Oh, what if they persecute me?
What if they crucify me?
What if they crucify me?
What if they attack me?
What if they attack me?
What if they want to bring me down?
What if they want to bring me down?
What if they want to hurt me?
What if they want to hurt me?
I, I've lost my words. Um, I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being attacked.
this fear of being attacked.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being persecuted.
this fear of being persecuted.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being vilified.
this fear of being vilified.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of everyone turning on me.
this fear of everyone turning on me.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear that I'm not safe.
this fear that I'm not safe.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being cast out.
this fear of being cast out.
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
I destroy, uncreate, and delete
this fear of being ostracized.
this fear of being ostracized.
I choose to relax and know it's all perfect.
I choose to relax and know it's all perfect.
I choose to pay attention to the environments that I'm in,
I choose to pay attention to the environments I'm in,
and I assess them with wisdom and understanding.
and I assess them with wisdom and understanding.
I honor my needs,
I honor my needs,
and I only choose to stay in environments
and I only choose to stay in environments
where I'm honoring my true self.
where I'm honoring true self.
I give myself permission
I give myself permission
to stand fully in my power
to stand fully in my power
and watch the unfolding around me.
and watch the unfolding around.
Because as I choose to just be,
Because as I choose to just be,
I'm impacting people in ways I do not understand.
I'm impacting people in ways I do not understand.
As I choose to just be fully me
As I choose to just be fully me
and fully present,
and fully present,
I choose to know I am safe.
I choose to know I'm safe.
I choose to know it's all perfect.
I choose to know it's all perfect.
I trust that I am safe.
I trust that I'm safe.
I trust the unfolding.
I trust the unfolding.
I trust my internal wisdom.
I trust my internal wisdom.
And I trust the wisdom of Source.
And I trust the wisdom of Source.
Okay, deep breath. Nice.
Oh my.
So what's coming up for you now? What do you see?
Yeah, I just didn't trust the wisdom
Mm,
of source. I just didn't trust it's okay to be at one with the wisdom of
mm,
source. I didn't trust it's okay to have this knowing. And it's not cheating
mm.
having this knowing.
No.
It's not cheating that you are a higher being, tapping into your higher being.
Mm.
It's not cheating. Oh my God.
It's perceived as cheating to those who don't understand it and to those who are outside of that, and haven't acknowledged that within themselves yet, haven't connected to that yet, because there's still a lot of unconsciousness that's going on in the world, and we're all still evolving and coming into this conscious understanding. Um, and just, I mean, a little story that's not certainly not the same as yours, but it kind of reminded me this week. So we have a lookout close by, and that's my training hill. So I walk up that hill a couple of times, mostly 4 or 5 times a week. And that's my exercise. And I've done that for, we've been here for 6.5 years, and I've done that for almost 6.5 years. Um, and yeah, it's a decent hill, but I don't think it's anything in my world. It's I'm not doing anything extraordinary. But I ran into a woman this week. She came out to the curb and she asked me a question. It was bin day. She asked me a question about that bins. And anyway, she got to chatting with me, and she just said she's just sold her house because she's an older lady and there's too much maintenance on the property, yada yada yada. And she said, I will always remember you. Never met this woman before in my life, but I walk past her house several times a week. I, okay, yes. She said, because I just admire you so much. You charge up this hill, and she just said, oh, I will always remember you for that. And I'm like, I have never met this woman in my life, but she's been watching me for 6 years walk up this hill.
Yeah.
And she actually said, which really shocked me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who has helped her come to this realization, but she said, I never knew that women could be so strong until I came to this town. I'm like, what? Like, wow. How could I know that my just walking up the hill several times a week was going to
Mm.
help this woman to come to that understanding and that realization?
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
presence, and people are watching,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and some people misunderstand us, some people
Yep.
vilify us, some people ostracize us.
Yep.
We just have to keep being the best version of ourselves we can possibly be in the moment.
Yep. Yep.
So how does that
Oh,
feel?
oh, it's okay to be me.
Mm,
It's okay to me. It's okay for me to be doing.
mm,
It's okay for me to do and be successful,
mm.
whatever successful is. If I
Absolutely.
go and wash up after this call, that's successful to me.
Some days are like that. Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Um, and as I've done this more and more of this work, I've come to realize that we all have so much work to do. And
Mm,
many of us, and I see this so much because I work within a spiritual community, a more conscious community. I see how much these traumas and these blocks and all this baggage
mm,
that we have really holds us back, and it's doing this
mm,
deep internal work that is the catalyst for change in our lives. And I want to
oh,
encourage you, whoever you are, whether you're on this live call, whether you're watching the replay, I want to encourage you to know that no matter where you're at in your life, no matter how old you are, no matter how many failures you've had, no matter it, that is all in the past. And I just want you to remember that you're not dead yet and you have a lot of life left to live.
mm,
So just start. Make this the first day of the rest of your life. And know that it's all perfect that you got to here and you can get to anywhere beyond here. But leave behind any baggage, any perceptions about yourself, any judgments and criticisms that you have. Let it go. It's done. The past is done.
Mm.
Don't make it relevant for your present and your future. Okay. Thank you very much, beautiful Madonna, for coming to play. So what I'm going to do in the final sort of 10, 15 minutes is I'm going to walk you through this exercise that's going to help you to release other baggage that may still be hanging around, because we all still have stuff. And before I do that, I'm going to take the liberty, hopefully you don't mind, to just share with you the details of this new program that I'm going to be running. It is a 6-week intensive. So this is going to take just a couple of minutes. So bear with me and then we'll do the final exercise. So this program is the Thrive program. Can I just say how much I love that AI graphic? I just love that. It took me like 5 minutes for AI to have AI create that. It's just gorgeous. So this 6-week coaching intensive, it's going to start in early October. So there's still plenty of lead up time to be able to join. I'm going to walk you through getting clarity on your vision, your mission, your purpose, how to monetize your genius, what your unique wealth formula is, how to use AI to accelerate your wealth creation, because AI is just like, I just think it's the greatest gift. I'm not even going to go into other conversations around it. It is amazing. AI is absolutely amazing. And I see it as a fantastic gift for conscious entrepreneurs to really help us to accelerate our progress. Developing your unique strategic action plan, the thing that really resonates with you and is going to help you to accelerate your progress exponentially. We're going to work on developing an unstoppable money mindset and an unstoppable mindset in general, and clearing blocks to money, wealth, and abundance during the 6 weeks. So what's included? 2 weekly live calls during the 6 weeks. 3 months access to the online business academy. So after the 6 weeks is over, you will still have another 6 weeks access to the online business academy, which is $47 US a month. And within that, there are 2 calls a month. So you'll get another 3 calls after the 6 weeks with me, coaching and working through your stuff and developing your business. So you've got 3 months basically working with me. Specific training on how to build an online business. Now, if you're not in the online space, that's okay. This is the Online Business Academy is mostly specifically about online, but it's whatever is taught, whatever concepts there are, is also relative to offline as well. So there's 2 coaching calls a month in that container, and being connected to a like-minded community, and you can ask me questions at any time. So it's like a social media place, and you can post questions, and I'm in there each day just checking for questions. And you get exclusive downloads to retrain your brain for money, wealth, and abundance. There's exclusive meditations in there, and I'm actually looking at recording a couple more meditations around money, wealth, abundance, success, freedom, all the rest of it. The most powerful way, one of the most powerful ways to retrain your brain and get your neurons firing in the right way is with these meditations. Now, because this is the first time I've ever run this course, it's only $297 US, or 2 payments of $167. The 2 payments will be a month apart. And as I said, it will begin in the first week. The 2 calls will be on a Tuesday and a Thursday in Australia, and a Monday and a Wednesday in the US. And if you are interested, I do not have a sales page, at least not at this point. You can email me at mv@peoplemindset.com just to express your interest. You're not locking yourself into anything. If you just want to express your interest email me so I can reserve you a spot, because there will be limited spots available on this program. But you get to work with me for 6 weeks for $297, which I will never offer this at that price again. I can guarantee you that. So if you want to be a part of the first round, then just email me and I will send you the details. So let's finish it off today with this exercise. So again, closing your eyes. And I want you to recall all those things that you wrote down in the initial exercise, all the things, all the questions that we asked, and all the things that you recognize that you need to let go. And I want you to ask the subconscious just to call all those things forward that are blocking you, that are holding you back, are standing in the way and stopping you from making progress fast toward your goals. All the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs, the stories that do not serve you. I want you to just sit and allow the subconscious to bring them all forward. And see in front of you a beautiful big hot air balloon with a big basket. It is tethered at 4 corners. See all these blocks, fears, doubts, limiting beliefs as they are called forward. Direct them into the basket. See them all coming forward into the basket. You don't need to know what they are. Trust your higher self, trust consciousness. And just allow that to continue, bringing all those things that are keeping you stuck, slowing you down, standing in the way, stopping you from making the progress, taking the actions, making the decisions. See them all just flying into the basket. Once they've stopped coming forward and moving into the basket, just observe it. Give gratitude for this conditioning, these fears, these doubts, these blocks, that for whatever reason you took on board as a safety mechanism, that they don't serve you anymore. So give gratitude for them, bless them, send them all unconditional love. Send all that baggage unconditional love. Okay, so if there's no more to put in the basket, I want you to move forward and cut the right hand tie that is tying the basket down, the front right hand tie. Then move to the back left hand corner and cut that tie. Now move to the back right hand corner and cut that tie. And now to move to the final tie at the front left of the basket and cut that tie. And as you cut that tie, the basket gently floats up, 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 taking all that baggage, those fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, blocks, stories, taking it all up into the sky. And there is a breeze that pushes that basket off into the distance away from you. It continues to rise up, 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 up. And now as it floats off into the distance, it floats over a mountain range and disappears. It's gone from your field, never to return. Now I want you to focus in on your energetic field. Notice if there are any hooks that have been attached to your energetic field by people or experiences that have hooked into your field. Remove all the hooks, every single last one of them, and as they're removed, see them be pulled away and disappear. Now identify any ties, any cords that are tied to you from past experiences, from people that you've had experiences with. Cut all those ties. Just cut them. See them drop and fall away. And then just disappear. And now appreciate and recognize how liberated you feel, how unencumbered you are, how letting go of all that baggage from the past liberates you, and how safe you feel in this new liberated energy, in this new state of being. Allow that to integrate. Over the next few days, just notice how different you feel in the world in certain situations and circumstances. Be aware of how you're responding in different environments, of how you're showing up, of what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're contributing to the different dynamics. And know that the decisions and choices that you make from this point forward are the catalyst for the change you wish to experience in your life. So what decisions and choices are you going to make differently from this point forward that are going to be the accelerator for change? Empowered decisions from a place of possibility, not from a place of lack and scarcity and holding yourself back. From a place of not I can't, but how can I? From a place of knowing that all things are possible. Taking a deep breath and bring your attention and energy back into this present moment. Fully aware of your surroundings. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, thank you very much for coming to play today. It is always an honor and a pleasure to work with such beautiful souls. If you have been watching the replay on YouTube, then I would love your feedback on what you thought of this coaching and how this impacted you, you can change your life in such a short period of time. Make the right choices for you. Make the right choices for the future version of you. Make the right choices for your vision, your goals, your dreams. And remember, if you would like to work with me in this kind of container on an ongoing basis, then reach out to me at mv@pimplemindset.com and ask me any questions that you have, and I will respond, and we can figure out whether this is a good fit for you, whether the Thrive program is going to help you. So, I love you loads. Have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. And I will see you in some capacity within my community very soon. Cheers, everyone.